I'm standing here in our sanctuary because we're about to have our QKids Christmas program coming up this Sunday. And I wanted to give a quick encouragement video to remind us all why it is that we do this program. Now, this video will not just be about kids and QKids leaders, but I also have an encouragement at the end for youth leaders and small group leaders. When we do this with a performance mentality, we lose the true meaning of what this is all about. When we have a performance mentality, we might be tempted to do things like really try to make sure the kids get everything right, or that we put lots of emphasis on kids participating because we need to make it as best as it can be. But in fact, we have to remember the spiritual reason for why we are doing this. And there's two main reasons why we do this. The first reason is because it tells the story of Jesus, and it's something the kids love to be part of. So many times we feel like we need to drag them out into story time. This is something they want to participate in, and they are experiencing and telling the story of Jesus together. But also, this is an opportunity for the community of God to get together. This is not just something where we expect or hope that parents alone or grandparents alone will be coming and attending. We hope that this is a celebration indeed for the entire congregation, that grandparents, extended families, neighbors, even members of our Queensway congregation who don't even have kids in the program, that they could just come and celebrate together this worship experience that the kids are leading, and then especially afterwards with the potluck, that everyone can gather together and experience the warmth of Christian community. Perhaps by your participation, perhaps you yourself watching this video don't have any particular child in this program, but maybe God is sending someone to you at the potluck, or as you are sitting amongst the chairs in the rows waiting for the program to begin. Maybe God is sending someone to you to converse with, and maybe shine a little bit of light about who Jesus is to you and who Jesus might be for them. Now, in the same way, youth leaders and small group leaders, we also do events. And sometimes when we do events or meetings, we get so bogged down in the details of actually planning and running the event. Think of QBC Freeze for the youth leaders. It's so easy to get bogged down with the details. We might forget that we are to be available to the students that are there. If we have a spirit that is closed off to a relationship, they might not feel that safety to share. In the same way, small group leaders, we are so often bogged down with actually planning and preparing and make sure that the content of the meeting is ship-shape, but we might forget to sit with the Lord beforehand and pray and make ourselves available to the Lord in the Spirit, because what God might be doing in our meeting might have nothing to do with the content, but everything to do with something that is happening in the spirit of the individual, that you, as someone who is connected to that spirit, can receive and understand and work alongside. So whether it be a QKids Christmas program or a youth event or a small group meeting that you are planning this season, remember that the number one thing that ministers is you and the Spirit of God within you. So may you be not so bogged into performing or planning or the content, which are all good things, but let us more be available to the Spirit to lead us and guide us, so that we as a community might witness His goodness and love through who we are and through who we are as a community.